Hey guys and gals, this is Alex Olson today with the KC Multifamily Minute. Broker here for Legendary Apartment Brokers. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2025. Coming to you each and every single week as we talk about all the new listings that hit the open market, anything on MLS, LoopNet, as well as get into some statistics here. First up, let's talk about what we got going on. So there's actually two new listings over the last 7 days I'm going to talk about. Then we have, as we usually talk about, is what's available, what's under contract. So right now there's 32 listings that are out there on LoopNet. That's multifamily only here in the Kansas City metro. 28 of those are available, which means 4 of those are under contract. So quite a few opportunities there to look at. The other piece to this is the MLS. So what's going on in the Heartland MLS? There are 45 listings that are multifamily that are $500,000 plus that are built before 2020. So right in the wheelhouse of what investors are typically looking to buy. That's 45. 28 of those are available, which means there's 17 under contract. So not a lot out there really. You only have 28 to look at really on both platforms. There's some crossover. I know last time I promised you I would go over the actual crossover of what's new or what's different between those two platforms. However, this time I'm just going to actually cover some statistics from January. So let's get right into that. So for podcast listeners, I've got Heartland MLS statistics pulled up here. And this shows you, this is actually filtered down to the 7 counties of the Kansas City metro, $500,000 plus. It says up to $20 million, but $500,000 plus MLS only data. And we've got it shown here compared to past years. Now, this is only showing closed listings. We had at least over the past 5 years, the best year. That's here in pink. So 11 transactions in the month of January closed. The second best year is going to be 2022 at 6, and then 4 and 3. So you can see we closed out double of what we normally closed out in past years. Now, we'll see if that trend continues, but I just wanted to focus on that aspect. So there was quite a bit of activity that closed out, okay? Now, who knows? February might be a lot lighter, might be a lot heavier. We'll just have to wait and see. But here we are on February 10th, and we can see what closed out. So that's that. Let's go back over to what the new listings are for this week. On the MLS, there are none. No new listings that are 5 units or $500,000 plus in the Kansas City metro over the last 7 days. So we're not going to waste any more time there. But we are going to talk about a couple new listings over here on LoopNet for podcast listeners. I popped over here to LoopNet. Let me filter this down to the last 7 days. Let me see here. 1 second. The last week, search that. All right, so here's the 2 new properties. One of these we've already seen, the 3233 Charlotte Street. That's a listing that has been on the MLS before. So we've got 2 new listings in the last 7 days. First up is 3700 Warwick Boulevard. That's actually in the heart of Midtown. So I'm zooming in there for podcast listeners. That is actually a very close proximity to my listing that I have, my building that I own at 39th in Warwick. So actually 38th in Warwick. So this is a block south of that. I walk by that building all the time. It's close to an office building that I own. It's 27 units. It's unpriced. It's a decent size garden style complex in the heart of Midtown. Built in 1965. I know it's been rehabbed over the years. I'm flipping through some photos here. You can see it looks pretty dang nice with all the modern finishes, etc., that you could look for and want. I'm not sure if all the buildings look like that. But if that's something that's interesting to you in the Midtown market, you want to take a look, reach out to me. We can talk about that and see how that fits into your investment strategy. I would consider this a Class A minus location. It's urban core, but it's in the heart of Midtown next to the streetcar line extension, which is going live this year. So if you got a 1031 exchange, could be a good fit. It's probably going to be $3.5, maybe $4 million, something like that, based on my best guess. So if you've got some around that to spend, could be good for you. If you're an active investor, you love Midtown, you love Kansas City, Missouri, and everything that the streetcars bring into the area, let's talk, because that could also be a good opportunity for you there as well. Okay. So that's one new opportunity. The second new opportunity here is going to be for podcast listeners, is going to be over the bridge, so North Kansas City. The address is 3930 North Cherry. It's 33 units for $2.375 million. And that's going to be what I would consider a Class A location. And now this is kind of block by block up here. Sometimes can be a little bit worse or better than that. So A minus, C, B plus, A minus, whatever you want to call it. They are all studio units. They have plenty of off-street parking. A lot of them have been redone. Looking at the price per unit, 2,375 divided by 33, $72,000 per unit. These being studios, you kind of go, okay, that's a great price per unit, but I do think it's actually a pretty dang good deal. I'd be shocked if these are available too much longer. I know some people are really turned off by studios, but with the housing crunch we're going to have, and we currently already have here with affordable housing, could be a great opportunity in a good location that will produce wealth for you long term. It's just a matter of wrapping your mind around the studios aspect of it. But it's a quality location, great set of very simple buildings, pitched roofs, etc. So something, if you've got a 1031 exchange and you're looking to say, hey, look, what do I do with this? I want something that's not in the urban core, but something that's affordable in a good location. This is a great opportunity. Let's look into the details here together and see how this might fit into your 1031 exchange. Okay? Guys, that's everything here new on the open market. Now, next week, I promise you, I will go over the difference between LoopNet listings and the MLS listings. Let's go out and get some. We've got some pretty good new opportunities here this week. We've got a lot of off-market stuff going on. We've got a lot of stuff that's on market. Reach out to me, Alex, at legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. We'll talk soon. Thanks.